Om Shanti, good morning. Today we will revise Baba's Avek Murli of 7th January 1985. Maybe we can share the screen. The title of the Murli, Baba says, Special Thought for the New Year, Become a Master Bestower of Fortune. Special Thought for the New Year, Become a Master Bestower of Fortune. Today, the Father, the bestower of fortune, has come to meet his children who are master bestowers of fortune. The Father, the bestower of fortune, is looking at the chart of every child. With all the treasures you have received from the bestower of fortune, to what extent has each of you become a master bestower of fortune, the same as the bestower of fortune? Have you become bestowers of knowledge? Have you become bestowers of the power of remembrance? According to the time and the need, have you become bestowers of all the powers? Have you become bestowers of virtues? Have you become bestowers of spiritual vision and spiritual love? According to the time, have you become bestowers of cooperation to every soul? Have you become bestowers of your elevated company and connection to those who are weak? Have you become bestowers of zeal and enthusiasm to make souls who lack in attainment into fully contented souls? Baba was looking at this chart of every master bestower of fortune. As Baba is saying, to become the bestower of knowledge, the bestower of the power of remembrance, the bestower of all the powers, the bestower of virtues, bestower of spiritual vision, spiritual love, bestowers of cooperation, bestowers of elevated company and connection, bestowers of zeal and enthusiasm. Baba is really seeing all of us as master bestowers of fortune. Let us take a moment to just experience this elevated vision that Baba has for all of us souls. And just as Baba is the bestower, we souls are master bestowers. Through our presence, our vibrations, we share Baba's love with every soul. And we're all master bestowers of fortune. Baba says, a bestower of fortune means someone who gives at every moment through every thought. A bestower of fortune means someone who is generous-hearted. And when it comes to giving, has a heart as big as an ocean. A bestower of fortune means someone who has no desire to take from any soul other than the Father, one who constantly gives. If someone gives spiritual love and cooperation, then in return for one, he would give multi-million fold, just as the Father doesn't take, but gives. If a child gives everything old worth straws that he has to the bestower gives so much in return that the receiving changes into giving. Such master bestowers of fortune are those who give in every thought and at every step. Who give in every thought and at every step. It becomes the nature. A great bestower means a bestower of fortune. Because of constantly giving, they would be constantly altruistic. They would be beyond any selfish motive and be loving to everyone, the same as the Father. Everyone would automatically have a record of giving regard to a bestower of fortune. A bestower of fortune would automatically be a bestower in everyone's eyes. That is, such a soul would be great. To what extent has each one of you become such a bestower of fortune? A bestower of fortune means someone who is part of the royal clan. A bestower means someone who is a sustainer, one who constantly gives the sustenance of love and cooperation, the same as the Father. A bestower of fortune means someone who is always full. So check yourself. Are you one who takes, or a master bestower of fortune who gives? Are you one who takes, or master bestower of fortune who gives? Let us take a moment to just check the self in every moment, at every step. Do I give just like Baba? Or do I have the slightest feeling or intention to take from anyone? Baba says, now, according to the time, you have to play the part of being a master bestower of fortune. Because time is coming closer, that is, you have to become equal to the Father. If even now you want to take for yourself, then would you become a bestower? To give now is to receive. To the extent that you give, it will accordingly automatically continue to increase that extent. Don't become a taker of any type of limited things. If even now you desire to fulfill your limited hopes, how would you fulfill the hopes of all souls of the world? I want a little name, that is glorification, a little respect, regard, love, and power. If even now you have these selfish motives, that is, if you have these desires for yourself, when would you experience the stage of being completely ignorant of the knowledge of desires. Those limited desires will never allow you to become good. Those desires are a sign of being a royal beggar. All of these things automatically come to someone who has a right. They don't sing songs of I want, that is chahiye, chahiye. They sing the songs, I have received it. I have become this. For unlimited bestowers, limited hopes and desires stay behind them like a shadow. Since you sing the song that you have attained what you wanted, how is it that there still remains a desire to attain limited name, respect, honor, and prestige? In other words, change the song. When even the five elements become a servant in front of you, bestowers of fortune, when you become conquerors of matter and also of Maya, those limited desires are then like a lamp for you in front of the sun. When you have become the sun, what need is there for lamps? When you have become the sun, what need is there for lamps? The basis of fulfilling the need for whatever you want is to continue to give the maximum of that particular thing. The basis of fulfilling the need for whatever you want is to continue to give the maximum of that particular thing. Give respect, don't take it. Give regard, don't just take regard. If you want your name glorified, give the donation of the Father's name, and your name will automatically be glorified. Giving is the basis of receiving. Giving is the basis of receiving. There is a system that has continued on the path of devotion. When someone lacks something, they make that person donate that particular thing in order to attain more of it. Giving then becomes a form of receiving. In the same way, you children of the bestower are going to become deities who give. People continue to sing praise of all of you as the deities who bestow, the bestowers of peace, the bestowers of wealth. They don't sing your praise as those who are takers. So today Baba was looking at this chart. How many are going to become deities, that is givers, and how many are going to become takers? Worldly hopes and desires have ended. Now, in terms of the unlimited desires of spiritual life, you consider them to be desires of knowledge, do you not? And that you should have these, you do not. However, anyone who has a limited desire will not be able to confront Maya. Anyone who has a limited desire will not be able to confront Maya. This is not something you receive by asking for it, where you tell someone to give you regard or make others give you regard. When you receive something by asking for it, that is the wrong path. When you receive something by asking for it, that is the wrong path. Therefore, how could you find your destination? So, become master bestowers of fortune. A master bestowers of fortune. Then everyone will automatically come to give to you. Those who ask for honor, that is shan, become distressed, that is pareshan. Therefore, maintain the honor of being a master bestower. Don't say mine, mine. Everything is yours. When you say it is yours, everyone will say to you, it is yours. When you say mine, mine, you will even lose whatever comes to you. Because where there isn't contentment, even attainment is the same as a lack of attainment. Where there is contentment, even a little is equal to everything. Therefore, by saying yours, yours, you will become an embodiment of attainment. When you make a sound in a dome, the same sound echoes back to you. Similarly, in this unlimited dome, if you say mine from your heart, then the same sound of mine will come back to you from everyone. You will say mine and they will say mine. Therefore, however much you say with love from your heart that it is yours, not just for your own purpose, accordingly, everyone will say yours to the one who says it with love from the heart. By using this method, your limited mind will change into the unlimited. And instead of being those who take, you will become master bestowers of fortune. So this year, have the special thought of constantly being a master bestower of fortune. Do you understand? Let's take a moment and pause here as we absorb Baba's words and experience being a master bestower. As souls, we are completely full of Baba's love, full of Baba's light. We are completely saturated in Baba's love. And there's no room for any desire in this limited physical dimension. We souls have completely transformed the word mine into yours. Everything belongs to Baba. Everything is Baba's. There's no thought of taking anything from the drama. We souls embody Baba's nature, Baba's qualities, Baba's love. Our whole purpose of playing the part in this drama is to just share Baba's light, Baba's love, Baba's powers. And so we souls constantly just are in that space of giving and only giving. Just like Baba is the ocean, the bestower, we souls automatically experience being like him. Om. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Such a beautiful, deep Baba's Murli with so many insights Baba shared in what it means to be a bestower, in what ways Baba wants us to bestow constantly, how to check, how to change, what is the method, what comes in the way, what's the obstacle, and how to change mine into yours. And how once we start giving, then we automatically receive. And I said how life is like an echo. Whatever we say, it really comes back to us. So when we say yours, it comes back to us. When we say mine, it also comes back to us. It's such a powerful Murli. Let us maybe open up and anyone would like to share any thoughts, realizations, reflection, option.
Om Shanti Saurabha.
Om Shanti.
I think I should first give you a Happy New Year
Happy
because
birthday.
for the past 3 days, Baba is just basking us in that New Year. You should have just read the Murli when the New Year was there. So beautiful. He says that it's not New Year for you, it's new age, it's new life. And for you, it's an eternal thing. And so beautifully he and secondly he explained about it. Then then he opened the gifts we gave him. That was yesterday. And I was so touched because for me always it's just love. Relationships and all come later, but it is just love, 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 unbroken love. From the time you have met this crazy universal lover, I think it's an unbroken love. And today, just see what he is giving us. If you see Baba always, I call it as the, the holiest. He says you're the highest, you're the luckiest, you're the sweetest, you're the richest, and all. That's how Baba always, gives us that title. I, I sit to each word and see, is Baba just trying to put on the title? But that's what he has done. Because when we took birth in the lap of Brahma, it wasn't any fortune teller who drew the lines of fortune on my palm. But when you have the intoxication, that the bestower of fortune himself has drawn this line. And that line will not, this palm is there only for one birth, but he has drawn the line for 21 births. Then am I not rich? Because my wealth is going to be carried forward to 21 lives or 21 births. So that when I know I'm so fortunate, and when I have got, and that person, that lover of mine is waiting to keep on giving me if I have given. So that's what really is the intoxication before the Murli was started. That he is the one who has drawn the line. But only 2 points, there are so much, I think if one were asked to write an essay on the store of fortune, Baba has just given us a research article on each line. But two things which I like is, I am the sun. So why should I be a lamp when I am the sun? Why do I have these limited desires? That was one point which really gave me. Second point was, they are going to sing you as devtas, givers, givers. They never say levta ajao, levta no. So that intoxication even of devta, that also I like. So that way Baba has established that universal law, giving is receiving. Or if you go deep down in every line, you will see what to give, what to give. Checking point is there. Giving is receiving. Om Shanti.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
Oh, Om Shanti. So that was very powerful, very nice, very soothing, Murli. Actually, if you think of Baba, right? Um, Baba is always giving, right? And and we being as children, right? We should also be giving, not to have the intention of taking. Right? So every thought that we, even if we have this, right, with taking or want, right, or what will I get, that has to be replaced with what can I give, right? What can I give? So I, being a soul child of the bestower, right? What can I give? What all is there in the Father? So the more I give, that is where the more I receive, right? And the one who gives is always rich, and the one who takes is always, they are the beggar. So there is a difference between giving and great difference between giving and receiving. So always giving, those who are giving, they always stand at the up. Their hand is also up. So having that detachment from the intention of taking or to attain that name, fame, or to be in the center of attraction, or my name has to be there. So that is where I think everything comes, that desire, short, yeah, temporary desire. So um, that was a powerful line. When we are sun, so why we look for lamps? The sun itself is, filled with everything that is needed. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shubhai.
Somewhere in the Murli, where Baba says, when you think of mine, 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 what you get back is mine. So reflection there is, it's like whatever you see outside of you is exactly the mirror of you. So the only work that needs to be done is on your own self. When we do that, is when things around us change. So that was one of the very intoxicated point from today's Murli, Just one thing to catch. Mind, mind, you will get mind, mind. So the only thing to drop there is stand in the space of an instrument and as a trustee, give whatever you can to this world. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Okay, Om Shanti.
And just adding on there, so Baba also mentioned that when you say mind, 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 so whatever you have gained, whatever you have attained um, will also be lost. Right? Even whatever attainments that we uh, attained, right, that also will go for a toss. That mind will finish the attainments.
So,
Om Shanti.
sorry, please go ahead, Sanjay Bhai.
Om Shanti. I really liked that what the sister said, that we must acknowledge this new year as the new world, as the newness within, have to convert our oldness into newness. And that conversion will take place as we attain that soul conscious state. And as we attain that soul conscious state, then only we can connect with Baba and do the Purusharth of Master Bestower of Fortune. What Baba says, Master Bestower of Fortune is who is always full, and Master Bestower of Fortune is a part of that royal clan which constantly gives the sustenance of cooperation. And in that index, Master Bestower of Fortune has got the Master Bestower of Fortune. In that process, you become bestower of spiritual vision and spiritual love, bestower of cooperation to every soul, bestower of zeal and enthusiasm, generous hearted, and in that process, there will be no desire to take from any soul other than Father. The thing is that the newness will come. The letter NEW, that is new. What I feel when I was doing the manthan on that how that newness will come, whether it is Sthul type of newness which is talked in the world, or it is something different. Really, it is something very different of that which is talked in the Sthul world. And stands for Nirakari, Nirvikari, and Nirahankari. And E, embodiment of knowledge. That what Baba says, what that you have received, you have become the swarup of that. That the knowledge which we have received from Father, whether we have become embodiment of that knowledge, which tells that give, and give what you have received from Father. As Baba very nicely just gave the example that in a dome, let us say in Hindi it is Gumbad, when you talk any word, that word comes back to you. So if you say Tera, 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 definitely the word comes Tera, Tera. Yes, what you say, it is yours. Baba, Tera hai. Baba also says, yes, it Tera hai. And in that process, this vibration goes on, goes on, goes on. And what you say, Tera hai, it becomes mine. So never say Mera hai, Mera hai, Mera hai. Otherwise, Baba will also say Mera hai, Mera hai, Mera hai. And you will not be in that process. You can never be the embodiment of knowledge. And when you really become Nirakari, Nirvikari, Nirahankari, an embodiment of knowledge, master bestower of fortune, what Baba wants us, W, the life within us will become wonderful, and the world outside us will also become wonderful. I really like the line which Raki sister said, that whatever you see, the outside world is a manifestation of what you are inside. So if you become Nirakari, Nirvikar, Nirahankari from inside, if you become embodiment of knowledge, definitely the world outside will be wonderful. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sanjay Bhai.
Saurabh Bhai, I had a question. See, sometimes it's not like questioning God. See, we always say, like somebody just shared, God is never the taker, he's always the giver. Now, I was just also thinking, how does the law of karma work for God? Because sometimes, whenever we ask something, Baba, open the intellect of my husband or do this, he said, sorry, I'm also bound by the drama. I cannot do, you have to work for it. So that means there is some kind of role of karma also in Baba. But it is always said he is the one who plays the role in world drama, and he does not receive the fruit of his actions like human souls because he's an ocean. He's an ocean of wisdom, ocean of all quality, power, everything. He's an ocean. He's full. That's why he's a giver. And so he doesn't expect anything from anyone, not even nature. But I feel sometimes when God tells us, be soul conscious, donate your body to me, donate your wealth to me. So, or when we say we are fearfully, he says, be brave, be strength, be patient. So I feel there is also some expectation which Baba has in the children. What he is going to do with all these things, whether he is going to fill up his ocean with it, or for what purpose he asks, even I used to think. So don't you think that what is that thing always he's saying, I'm the giver, I'm the giver. Doesn't he take, doesn't he expect things from his children also? Then, so then how does the law of karma apply to him? It was just, I was thinking, how eternal is that ocean of God? Ocean. If you can just share something of your thought.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And I feel sometimes Baba does say that because Baba doesn't have a body, Baba is bodiless, and Baba doesn't enter this cycle as such of birth and death, and even the law of karma doesn't apply to Baba in that way. Because Baba, then is free from any kind of effect of karma, because he's just taking someone else's chariot on loan for some time and then just sharing. And so constantly, because he doesn't have a body, really he cannot take anything at all. Is not capable of taking anything. And that's why Baba is the constant restorer and the only soul who is always eternally, constantly benevolent and bestower is God, Shiv Baba. And that's where, like, the more we also become bodiless, less and less dependent on the body, then I feel we're also coming closer to that experience of not taking anything, because whatever we take ultimately is based on our identity related to the body. And so be it whatever Baba said, like respect or whatever, it's all based on the actions or whatever, based on the drama. And so just like Shiv Baba is above and beyond the drama, we cannot really take anything from the drama. And so the more we experience being there with him, away from the drama, the more naturally we are not capable of taking anything. And giving is the only It's like a one-way communication. It's not a two-way. It's like we're not, thinking of taking something from the drama. Just one-way flow of energy from Baba to the soul, from the soul to the drama. It's not the other way. Yeah. Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Okay.
A very wonderful discussion going on. Actually, what happens when we do the purusharth of becoming soul conscious, and as in the journey of becoming soul conscious, what we find that we are becoming mukt from karma bandhan, right? And as we're becoming mukt from karma bandhan, and still we are doing any karma, that karma becomes akarma. That what is in Satyuga, that whatever we do, it has got koi acha nahi, koi bura nahi. It is akarma. So what Baba does, Baba's state is always soul conscious, because he's bodiless, he's soul conscious. And when he's a giver, he's always a giver. Baba is never takes anything from anybody. समंदर को क्या किसी से कुछ लेना है, right? And what we do the Purusharth, and in a time comes, it comes automatically from our inner conscious that पाना था सो पा लिया, अब और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. See, again we are attaining that बाप समान state, that पाना था सो पा लिया, अब हम देना है मुझे, as like Baba is giving. So Baba is always soul conscious, he's never the giver. And as he never the giver, and he is always in that soul conscious state, whatever karma you do, it becomes akarma. And when it is akarma, is mukta from all those karma bandhans. Right? Om Shanti.
Okay, then what happens in the golden and silver age? Does that ocean get frozen? Because the question of his giving starts only after the silver age. So what happens to this ocean of giver in the golden and silver age? Is he
See, what
does
happens?
it teach?
The
Does
teacher
it
completes the work in the confluence age. See, the teacher teaches only in the classroom and during the study session. The study session is going on, and after when the study session is on, and when the student becomes complete and goes for that post study state, the teacher never interferes in that because he has completed his role. And now comes the role of the person who has done the study, and after that study, according to his study, जैसे हमने पढ़ी है, वैसा पद we get in that Satyuga, and then Baba never interferes in that. And after when we come from Satyuga to the lower stage, that is golden age, after golden age to silver age, in golden age, in the starting, we are completely sola kalasam, that is soul conscious state. And as our soul conscious state goes on decreasing, so the kala goes on increasing, and then we get trapped into karma bandhan. It's just like that. Om Shanti.
so, Saurabh, so for 2,500 years, he gets time to accumulate. Imagine even if you put a fixed deposit for 1 year, how much interest he'll get. 2,500 years, golden and silver age, he needn't give. I'm asking whether he gives anything to those souls who are sitting up with him there, who have not come down, because he's got time to accumulate. But we poor human souls, from the time we come down on this earth, we are using, and then naturally we become better prepared. Anyway, that was just a thought I had. You can share it. There's only one line in the Murli, which if suppose you can throw. You know what is a shadow? Baba says there should be no shadow also, but today's Murli, he says, for unlimited bestowers, limited hopes and desires stay behind them like a shadow. So these 2 points, if you can tell me about the shadow and about is the ocean frozen in the first 2 ages?
Yeah, I think the shadow Baba mentioned, like And generally, Baba mentions that also in the, many Murlis, I feel is, so when we face the sun, then, the means whatever the desires, we don't have desires, but then automatically everything, like the shadow will follow wherever we are going, which means that, whatever the limited or things need to be there for playing this role will automatically come. We don't have to chase after them. Sometimes I would say the reverse is when we chase after a shadow when we are not facing the sun. So the sun is behind us, then we can't actually, we'll be chasing, but we can't grab it. And so that's the way this whole thing of desire works. The more we are just seeing Baba, looking at Baba, only in the presence of Baba, then nothing else like will make the mind fall under this illusion. In terms of then Baba, like giving is something like natural. Like Baba, I feel may not even have the thought of giving, but just Baba constantly gives. But it's up to us how much we can receive. So it's only at the confluence age that we souls, have this part to play with Baba. At no other time, we're in the mode of receiving. So of course, gold and silver age is the time of reward. So we don't even have the thought that we are lacking anything. And in the copper and iron ages, then we don't know how to connect to God, so we can't take from Him. It's just like, it's like the satellite, always radiating, but it's up to us, like how much we can take. So that's why it's only at the confluence and this very limited short time that we have this opportunity to really fill ourselves with Baba. So, mhm. Any other?
You can always share, Saurabhai. I just want to
Mhm.
know, how do you become bestowers of the power of remembrance? Because this is for me something very personal. How I connect with Baba, that power of remembrance, it's something one to one, I feel. See, bestowing knowledge, fine, bestowing powers, bestowing virtues, bestowing even that spiritual vision where Baba says they should not see you, but they should see me. Okay. But how can you be bestowers of the power of remembrance?
Mhm. Yeah, sometimes we feel just in the company of dadis or even just listening to their voice sometimes makes us have good remembrance of Baba. So it's like through their every action, they're radiating that power of remembrance. Like, it's just their presence instills inside of us that Baba's love and Baba's remembrance. So in that way, the more we are filled with Baba's love, the more it automatically radiates out. Like you feel. So,
Om Shanti. I would like to add in this
mm,
discussion. that it has been said in the world as a common practice that if you are living with anybody, or if you are having close relationship with anybody, you become like that. And people say that yes, now he is living with that person. Now he is very attached, connected to that person, so he's behaving like him. So similarly, when we are remembering Baba, we are connecting ourselves to Baba, and in that process, all we become in that remembrance after continuous rigorous remembrance with love. Our activities, our virtues become like Baba, and we really become Bab Saman. And in that process, we become that bestower of remembrance. Om Shanti.
Okay. Move to meditation then.
Yeah, one quick announcement before
Okay.
we start meditation. So it's about this Sunday's class. No Sunday is our buffer day. So this Sunday we have Dr. Manoj Pai joining us, and who will be conducting a class on Didi Manmohin Ji. So as we know, this month is Didi's Smriti month. So request everyone to join and take complete benefit of the class. Yeah. Thank you. So over to you, Saudapai, for meditation.
Oh.
English song?
Oh, you are English song. Okay. Meditation with English song. Achha. Yeah, I don't know any English song actually. Mm, I bring Hindi song. Okay. Mm, okay, then maybe Hindi song. कोई शय ना भाती है अब, याद घर की आती है, करे इशारा किरण तुम्हारी, जैसे हमें बुलाती है, तेरी याद में समा के हम तो तुम सा ही बन जाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, जो पिंजरे से उड़ कर पंछी नील गगन में जाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए. Om Shanti. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Papa.
That was lovely. Thank you, Saudapai.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Saurabh Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a beautiful day.